looking on my. Oh, we're live.
Hello.
Yay! All right. I'd like to greet everyone a very, very, very good afternoon. And of course, I would like to greet all mothers there. A happy, happy, happy Mother's Day. Yeah. Today is a very, very special episode. We have a very, very lovely lady in front of us. Yes, she is qualified pilot, and she has a company that's hula hoops. Later on, she'll tell us more about it. And of course, because our topic today is how to manifest the new you. So, as I mentioned, this is a special treat. I normally say once a woman becomes a mother, there's a switch on button, and that switch on button puts a mom, the woman, down below the priority list. But of course, I always say we should always fill our cup so that it will overflow and we will be able to share love. And it's never too late to finally reach our goal. I do believe it always evolves, right? So, yeah, without further ado, guys, let us all welcome Hannah Murphy. Hannah's from England. So it's 6 a.m. Is it
6 a.m. here in England. Yeah, 6 a.m. But it's bright, and we're coming into summer here in England, so it's nice. It's not too cold.
Oh, that's great. Okay. So Hannah, perhaps you can just tell us a little bit more about yourself before we dive into our topic this afternoon.
Yeah. Yeah, my name's Hannah Murphy, and I'm a mum of three. I've got three children, and I own or I run three different businesses. I've got a fitness business, which, yes, as you mentioned, is based on hula hoops, which is very random, um, but people love it. It's a great way to get fit. So I run a company where people can take classes in schools and gyms across the country, across the UK, and I also run online workshops. Another aspect of my business is, I'm a manifestation mindset and business coach. So I help mainly women who are looking at either starting up their own business, something that they can work around their family and their children. And I also help people with their personal development, with their mindset, and helping people basically to live out their dream life and showing them tools and ways that they can actually achieve their dream life.
All right, that's great. Yeah, I can see a few friends here on our FB live. Hi to Zen, to Young, Garrett. Hello, guys. Nene, Mina. All right, so we can see a lot of people getting engaged in our conversation. Guys, please feel free to type in your questions as we go along. So, yeah. Uh, you know, Hannah, a lot of Filipinos all love to use the hula hoops. Yeah. And I did it. We haven't really thought that it could be like a good exercise for everyone.
Yeah, so I've actually got some hoops here behind me, so you can see my hula hoop.
Oh,
So
that's like a heavy hula.
it's just such fun. I mean, I trained as a dance teacher and a fitness instructor, and I fell into the hula hooping by accident almost. because I just wanted, after I had my second child, I wanted to find a way to tone up, like the core area after having a baby. And I'd read somewhere that a hula hoop was a good way to do it. So I had a go, and I just got hooked and addicted to it because it was such fun. And then I started to teach myself all the different circus tricks with the hula hoop, all the different moves that you could do. And from there, people wanted to start learning as well. So then it sort of just, it was, like a domino effect. I set up one class, then someone else wanted a class. So then I trained up teachers to offer the classes across the country as well. And then also set up online classes too, so more people could do it. So I've been doing that for nearly 8 years. And it's my hobby. It's something I love doing. It doesn't feel like a job. And that's the main thing, really.
Must be really fun, right?
Yeah, it's so much fun. My children do it as well. And I teach a lot of children's classes. It's just, you can be a child again. Yeah.
Great, great. So, Hannah is a manifestation coach. Yeah. So perhaps you can tell us more what exactly is a manifestation coach.
Okay.
How did you end up to be a manifestation coach? And guys, watch out later on. Yeah, Hannah will be giving us a lot of guides how to reach our how to transform ourselves into something that we always dreamed of.
Okay, so manifesting. What is manifesting? Because a lot of people say, what is that? It's basically thinking and believing something into existence. So it's mindset. That's all it is, really. It's mindset. And now I fell into it because where I set up two of my own businesses previously, people sort of started coming to me to ask for tips on how they could leave their jobs that they didn't like to start up a job, it's something that they wanted to do. People with families, mainly women. It's mainly women I work with that have children, actually, because they're the ones who I find struggle once they've had children to then, find a way to then bring in money and find balance that works around family life. So I sort of fell into it by, first of all, just helping people with tips and advice. And then it just developed from there. So I started to write courses, online courses that people could take in how, the steps they would need to set up a business. Not just people that want to set up a business, I should add, also people that may be looking at changing careers and trying to find that thing, that purpose, basically, because everyone's got a purpose. So that's kind of what I fell into, helping people find their purpose. And I did that through helping people with their mindset and personal development. Now I've got a podcast and it's called, I'll tell you at the end of the link, but it's called Jumping Through Hoops with Hannah. And I've been running that podcast for nearly 2 years now. And I speak about a lot of different topics, literally just life topics. And yeah, manifesting is one of the things I think people find most helpful, because a lot of people are not sure how to go about it, how they change that mindset. If you're stuck in a certain way of thinking, people struggle to get out of that way of thinking that they've always known, to find a new way to think. And for me, I mean, I've manifested my dream life, my dream business. I do. Who would think you could have a business teaching hula hooping? It's just random, but you can do anything you want to do. That's the thing. You can make money from anything. Anyone can live a life of their dreams. It's just knowing, the steps that you have to take, and knowing that it's in here. It's all in here.
That's great. Thank you, Hannah. So yeah, before we move on, once again, I'd like to greet those viewers that just popped in. Yang, thank you. Happy Mother's Day. Yeah, thank you. Apple, Sister Apple is here. Thank you so much. Juan, Tina, happy Mother's Day to right. Axel, hello. All right. So you did mention about mind. Yeah. I do believe each and every one of us. But how do we step in and realize that dream? Is it like you do it every day? You think about your dream, or what exactly? How do we? I know it's not a one click button. Tomorrow, I will be that person that I dreamed of. I know it's not that. Are the steps? Is it like a daily routine that somehow we should do things like that?
Yeah. So yeah, it's definitely not an overnight fix. You can't just change your life in a day. However, you can decide today, right now, that you're going to change your life, and you're going to get to where you want to get to. You need to have a clear goal in your head and a clear vision of where you want to be. And you decide right now in this moment that that's what you're going to do. And yes, it's baby steps, daily baby steps, but consistently. Okay. So when I decided years ago, I just to quickly tell you a tiny bit of my story. I trained as a pilot. I was working as a cabin crew for a little while, and I had my first daughter, and ended up splitting up with her father. And I didn't quite know how I was going to, support my child financially. Years we've moved on. I've got two more children. I'm married now to my wonderful husband, and back then when I was struggling, I did not see a way out of it. And I think many people, when you're stuck in that moment of struggling, you've got that fear factor that takes over, doesn't it? It's like a fight or flight thing. And I think you have to just decide in that moment that you are worthy, and that everybody is capable of living the life that they deserve. Everyone deserves to live a full life. So yes, the first step is you have to just decide that you deserve it. Okay, that's the main thing. You deserve it. And then baby steps daily. Okay, because it has to be daily. And then you start implementing these habits daily into your life. It becomes part of your life. Okay, you formed a new habit, and it just becomes part of your life. So I'll just give you a few examples of what I did. Is I would wake up early. I've woken up early now, before the children get up, and I will have an hour to myself. Okay, and I will spend that hour on visualizing what it is I want to achieve. I will work through my goals. I won't set hundreds and hundreds of goals. Okay, that's one thing you shouldn't do. Just set maybe 2 or 3 big goals that you want to see happen for yourself, and revisit those goals every day. Look at them. Okay, a vision board is very powerful, and it's fun as well. So you could design a vision board where you maybe cut out pictures of all the things that you want in your life. Okay, if you don't want to make one, you can use your phone. You can use Pinterest. Okay, Pinterest, you can design a secret board on Pinterest. It's so much fun. But you look at those images daily, because images are very powerful. Okay, they embed themselves into your consciousness, okay, into your subconsciousness. So imagery, very, very powerful. So it's fun as well. It's something to do at the moment. So a vision board of exactly what you want in your life is a really fun way. So I have a vision board in my office, and I've got one on my phone. So I look at that every day. Okay. So that's one thing you can start to do. Very powerful. Then another thing I would say is be grateful for where you are now. Okay, don't think of lack of what you don't have right now. Don't make that your focus of what you don't have. Okay, be grateful for what you do have. Look at what you have in your life now. Okay, because even if we're struggling, there's always something to be grateful for. So I'll wake in the morning and just hear the birds sing outside. Little things like I've got my coffee here, little things that I can be grateful for. Find things every day. I would say at a minimum of 3 things, 10 if you can. Okay, 10 things, and say them out loud. Say thank you out loud for what you have in your life, and feel in your heart truly grateful for what you have, because there's a very magical thing that can happen when we're grateful. Is when we're grateful for something, we start to attract more. Okay, when that gratitude is very powerful. So feel grateful for what you have now, and don't focus on what you don't have now, because what you'll find is you'll start to have more and more things come into your life to be grateful for. Okay, so that is the most powerful thing. And as I say, setting those goals, seeing where you'd like to be, okay, and visualizing it as if it's already happened to you, as if you're already there. And use that vision board. Very, very powerful using a vision board. So I'll let you speak for a minute. I've got a couple more tips.
Yeah, all right. Thank you, Hannah. So did you say, all right, so just to recap of the things that you mentioned. First is we need to decide on ourselves what we want or what's our goal like. And second, we need to end by the habit. So for you, as you said, you wake up early. It's like an hour early before the chaos comes, before the kids wake up and the hubby wakes up and all that.
Yeah.
So we limit at least 2 to 3 goals. Yeah. Is that in a day or just what's in our head? Just 2 to 3 goals. So we avoid the.
Yeah. So I set 3 weekly goals. Okay. 3 weekly goals. Don't set yourself more, because then that's when overwhelm comes in. Okay. And that's what you don't want to do, is become overwhelmed, because that's when you never actually get anything done. So no more than 3 a week, maybe 1 a day, but a small goal per day, just something small to achieve each day. Okay. Because if you can accomplish 1 thing each day and you can tick it off, you feel good. And also when you look back at the end of the year and you think how many things you've achieved, and you've moved that further along towards your to reaching where you want to be. So three goals a week, okay, and no more than something small per day to try and achieve. It might just be something small, like for me today, for example. My goal is just to send 1 email. Okay, I don't overwhelm myself with work, but just that 1 email. I have, like, my work goal, and then my personal goal is to get my garden done.
Actually, it feels good once you have at least one of your goals, right?
Yes,
And it gives you that energy to do more.
Absolutely, and that's it. If you set yourself small goals, because then you're more likely to achieve them. If you set yourself that big goal, what happens is, for a lot of people, they keep pushing it back and back and back, and it doesn't get ticked off. So just sort of try and sort of backtrack a little bit on that big goal, to set yourself small ones that will actually lead to that big goal. Because if you can tick them off, it's that feeling, isn't it, of you've achieved something, and it brings you that energy to keep going and motivates you. So that's the key, it motivates you.
That's true. And you also did mention about vision board, right? So for you, that's a very effective tool, and the use of image to keep us focused each time. Yeah, because I do agree, sometimes we tend to be moved away from what you exactly want when a lot of things happen, situations happen that we don't expect. Yeah.
Yes.
And you did mention about gratitude as well. Yeah, being appreciative of the small things, the slightest things that you see. Yeah, the air we breathe, yes. Just to be grateful that we are alive. Yeah. Beyond all these things that's now, it's something that we really, really should be grateful for. So is it something that we say out loud? I thank you for life today. Say it out loud, or we just keep quiet and.
So what I would say is find time. I usually do this at the end of the day before I go to bed, okay? Because that's when I keep my journal next to my bed, and where it's next to my bed on show, before I get into bed or go to sleep, I always remember to write down my gratitudes. So if you list, there is an exercise you can try, actually, and this is known to be very, very effective. If anyone's read the book The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. I'm not sure if anyone's read that, but if you haven't,
Sorry,
please read
what's
it.
that? And
The Secret book.
oh, The Secret.
Yes, it's a very, very powerful book. And I would recommend that anybody who's interested in personal development, in manifestation, goes and reads The Secret. It's all based around the law of attraction. And Rhonda Byrne, who writes The Secret, also has some exercises that she teaches you to do. And one is the gratitude challenge. And that's where the idea came from me, actually. So as I say, before bed, I will write down 10 things that I have been grateful for in my day. Now, if you can do that for 30 days, okay, I know it sounds hard because it's 10 different things every day, but it's not hard, because what happens is when you start finding things to be grateful for, as I say, more things start to appear in your life to be grateful for. It's very, very powerful. And I really do urge anyone to give it a go, because I promise you it works. Okay. It can't not work. If you're grateful, you're going to, it's part of the law of attraction. It's the law of vibration. You're grateful for something, you're going to attract more to be grateful for. So start off with your 10 things that you're grateful for, before you go to bed tonight. Write it down, write them down, because then you've got it to look back over. Okay. And try and get in that habit of doing it every day for 30 days, because after that 30 days, it's going to become a habit anyway, and you're probably just going to continue. But try and just do it 30 days in a row, 10 things daily to be grateful for. And read back through them and say thank you out loud. Okay. You don't have to worry about anyone listening or whatever, don't feel embarrassed, and just say thank you out loud for the 10 things that you're grateful for. It doesn't have to be massive things. It can be big things, but just, you will find them. Okay. You might think that's a lot to think about different things every single day, but you will find them.
Thank you for the coffee, thank you for the water and all that, right?
Yeah.
That's a very, very good challenge that Hannah just mentioned to us. Yeah. So we can try to just at least list down 10 things we're grateful for each day for 30 days till we invite that habit. I think it's really, really good. Sometimes caught up with so many things, and we tend to forget, we should be thankful for the plants and all that. Let me just read a few comments that we have. Hello, greetings to everyone that came into our Facebook Live. Hi, Johnny. Hi, Jenny. Yes, said is a very good friend. She said, great for small things, big things, everything in between. Yeah. Good. Hi, Julian. Ruby, Evelyn, Barbara, happy Mother's Day. Shirley, Miss Alice, hello po. Yeah, Erlinda, hello. Yeah. All right. So thank you guys for watching. You did mention about journal. Does that all help us to be focused and later manifest form to the new you?
Yeah, so journaling, again, is very, very powerful, because you're taking what's out of your head and you're making it real by writing it. The minute you write something, it's become real. Okay. And the manifestation process has started. So journaling is very, very powerful, and I definitely recommend it to you. You can write your goals in your journal. Okay. You can write your daily gratitudes in your journal. And again, going back to the goal thing, set yourself those small achievable goals to get done in a week, but then have your big goal as well, that you want for the year ahead, and maybe even looking 5 years down the line. Have that big goal, and don't be scared to have big goals. I think this is what holds a lot of people back, is that they're scared to have those big goals because they think they're out of reach or unachievable. No, they're not. And just going back, those small goals that you set yourself will lead to that big goal being accomplished. Okay. And you have to just believe that. You maybe not going to get your big goal in one day, maybe not even a week, maybe not even a year, but if you've got it there and you're working those baby steps towards accomplishing that big goal, then you're going to reach it. There's no doubt about it. You will face hurdles, and you will face challenges on the way. There's no doubt about that. But you've got to just form that habit of keeping consistent with it. And yet journaling is very, very powerful, because, as I say, you're taking those thoughts onto paper and you're making it real. Okay.
It's like an everyday thing. You write in your goals, the list of the things you are grateful for, and the things that you have achieved. And you can also compare your big goals versus your small goals.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just keeping that focus, okay, that and consistency. Because if you start doing it, you do it for 3-4 days and then give up. Okay, it's human nature. That's what we do sometimes. But you need to try and be very disciplined with yourself, because it comes down to consistency. Because what you become, what you repeatedly do. Okay, I love that quote. You do become what you repeatedly do.
Yeah, so while you were talking, it just reminded me, I'm just so grateful for you, Hannah. Yeah, for actually accepting my invitation. Guys, each Sunday we have this talk in once it finished on a Sunday, I'm starting to think what's the next topic about. And I don't have any idea yet of who I'm gonna meet, of who I'm gonna ask to become a speaker for this talk. But I'm just so grateful that I do believe that somehow, if that is the desire of your um it's amazing how connected to someone like Hannah. I just met Hannah. Was it a Wednesday, Hannah, the first time we spoke?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just met Hannah Wednesday, and she's so nice, and she has that heart to share her ideas, her thoughts, and her practice, her expertise to us. So I think this is like a sample of how you can attract the other person who has the same desire as you. So well, I'm just doing this because I wanted to share um, positivity to the people around me, to those people who can hear us, to friends and to family. And it's just amazing. The other day I was just Hannah, I think I'm just having goosebumps because each time there is someone who says yes, that okay, yes, I'm happy to share and all that. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. Okay. So guys, if you have any question, just type it in on our comments on Facebook. My question is, Hannah, it's not, I do believe it's not every day that we have our happy days. There are those days that, if a problem comes in, we really feel down, and we think it's the end of the world. How do we come out of that?
Okay, so yeah, everyone has that. I have that. Okay, everyone I know has. It's normal. So what I would say to you is embrace those days, okay, and just let yourself feel what you're feeling. Okay, don't try and stop yourself feeling a certain way. Let it just ride out the day. Okay. Because you need to do that. Sometimes we're emotional beings, aren't we? We've got emotions, and they're there for a reason. We need to feel all of those emotions. So you're going to have days, and that's part of it. That's part of your journey. So just let them happen, embrace the feeling, and just know that tomorrow you can start again, and tomorrow's another day. And normally that's the case, isn't it? You have a bad day, you have a sleep, and you wake up, and you're ready to go again. And that's life. So all I'd say is don't worry and don't overthink too much. Just embrace those difficult times and ride out those emotions, because they're coming to us for a reason. Those emotions are part of our journey. Okay, we have to feel a massive range of emotions, and that's part of the manifestation process as well. Okay, yes, positive thinking is very, very important, but you know, as long as you're a mainly positive person and you're not dwelling on the negative, that's one thing I would say: don't dwell on the negative. If you feel sad, you feel emotional, cry, let it out. Okay, but once those tears are out, move on. Okay, just move on, and don't dwell. Don't let it go into your next day. Don't take it with you into your next day. Okay.
Okay. Just raise the emotion. So if you feel sad, you feel like crying on that, we just cry it out.
Just cry it
And
out.
if the next day we still feel like crying, we just let it. Do we just let it go? I mean, do we just take our time until we feel we are ready? We fight and we suppress that emotion on the day.
Yeah. So yeah, don't try and suppress any emotion. Don't try and hide any emotion, because what's going to happen if you do that is it will come back at some point. If you try and hide it, okay, and you try and push it to the back of your head, it's still there. It's still there. So you need to embrace it while you're feeling it, and just, yeah, cry. Okay, don't feel that you're a failure because you're having a bad day, because you're not. You know, it's, again, it's part of the journey. So just embrace it, and don't feel ashamed, as I say, for crying and feeling sad or feeling down, feeling angry, feeling hurt. You know, we've got a range of emotions, but you have to embrace them and you have to just feel them. But as I said, just do not dwell on them. Do not let them, you know, carry over. You know, you might, it's a process. If you're going through some kind of grieving process at the moment, you've been hurt, you're feeling angry, you know, all sorts of things happen, don't they, in the world. And it's a process. You're not going to get over stuff in a day. But yes, it's a process. But if you can start to implement some of these manifestation tools into your life, like the gratitude, it's very, very powerful. And you will find, if you can implement that, try your 30 days, then these feelings will start to subside. Okay, and you'll find that you're going to start to feel more positive than you do negative. Now, even if you only feel 51% positive, okay, and 49% negative, you've still tipped the scales on the positivity. So it's still better, okay, to be that 1% more positive than you are negative. Just always try and keep tipping those scales. So if you're feeling down, you're having a bad day, find something that you like doing, something that's going to make you happy and make you feel instantly better. So for me, it's the hula hooping, you know, it's exercise. I love exercise. It's maybe putting on some music, some feel-good music. Now, music is very powerful, okay, because that will help you instantly raise those vibrations. You know, cook a nice dinner, or speak to a friend on the phone that's going to make you feel better. There's so many things you can do that's just going to instantly lift those vibrations, because, you know, we vibrate at a certain frequency as human beings, and when you're feeling negative and low, you're vibrating at a very low frequency. And I mean, around the world at the moment, obviously with this epidemic that we're going through, everyone's fearful, everyone's scared, and we're vibrating at a very low frequency as a planet. And what we need to do is try and raise those vibrations to overcome fear. Okay, fear is one of the worst. It's one of the worst feelings for, as I say, lowering those vibrations. We need to kind of come over the hurdle, even if it's by 1%, to just bring that vibration up higher. And manifesting, it can't work at a low vibration. It just can't work. Okay, so when you're vibing low, manifesting won't work for you. So you need to try and tip those scales. And I say vibrating, it's our energy. Okay, vibrations is our energy, and it's what you put out. Okay, and it's almost like a sound wave. If you think about it, it's like you were saying, you know, we came together, we met last week, and it's you were putting that energy out into the world. That was your vibration. You were looking for someone, you know, to bring onto your show. It was that vibration that you sent out there. and it's a high vibration, and you put that vibe out there and it will come back on you. Okay, so I would just say keep going, and just remember, if you can just tip the scales on that, the positivity, okay, even by 1%, then you're doing a good job.
So yeah, I heard that exercise, music, all these things help to have that and vibration to be more energetic each day and to just move on. Where Facebook Live just stopped. And timing, you see it coming. You see
Yeah.
it's
Oh, you're still there? It's technical issues going on here with the Zoom. Can you hear me okay?
can
Yeah, I can hear you.
yeah. All right. So I'm just wondering, are you on your see suddenly our video stopped?
I think it's still recording. It says live on Facebook. It says
Is
live.
is it running on your end?
It says it is. Yeah, it says it's still live. So I'm not sure if maybe someone wants to let you know, give them a thumbs up or something, if they can still hear
Yeah.
us.
And suddenly it stopped. That's why others to miss the things that we said.
I think, yeah, I think we're still going. So I'm not sure if yeah, we're still here.
That's why. Yay, all right. Good. Good. All right. So that's really, really good. You mentioned about exercise things, all these things to keep the vibration up. So it's meditate. You mentioned about meditation. Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't mention meditating before, but yes, I mean, it's not for everybody, but for me, I find it a very, very powerful tool as well. Okay, you might not want to meditate, you might just want to more like visualize, or just take a few minutes. Like 3 minutes is enough. 3 minutes just to let all the thoughts leave your head, okay, and just breathe and just tune into your breathing, or listen to some music for 3 minutes, something that's just going to take you out of your head, okay, and it's very, very powerful. So for me, meditation has changed my life, but I get that it's not going to be for everybody, but if it's new to you, then just embrace it and try it. I wouldn't be fearful of something until you've tried it. I do a lot of yoga, and my favorite is the Kundalini yoga, which is, they say it's the yoga of awareness, and it's a very, very powerful.
Sorry, Hannah. Kundalini. Kundalini.
Kundalini yoga, which is it's the yoga of awareness. So it's not so physical; it's more for the mind. Yeah, very, very powerful.
Thank you for saying we're still live. That meditation is not for everyone. Is that?
Yeah, I mean, it's not for everybody, but I would say certainly, meditation is whatever you want it to be honest. It doesn't have to be sitting there, humming. It's not that. And for me, meditation is sometimes just picking up my hula hoop and just letting go and just hooping to the music. For some people, meditation is dancing. It's anything that gives you that escape from your head. Okay, that's what meditation actually is. So you don't have to think, you don't have to do the traditional meditation. Meditation is anything you want it to be.
So yeah, so is it something like meditation for you is something that you don't, and you just a few, you are very much focused, like dancing as you said, or picking up your that's great.
Yeah.
So how do you, I'm just thinking some people may not be familiar with visual board.
Yeah. So
And,
vision boards.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Actually, I actually have a free template
So is it
for vision.
like something that you just put your dream house, your dream car, and all that? So what's it like for you? What's your vision board? How does it look like?
So, okay, yeah. So my vision board, I split it into categories actually, and I do have a template. I will send you a link to it, so you can always share it with people if they want to download my free template. They can print it off and use it. Because I split mine into categories. Okay, I've got my health and wellness goals. Okay, so what would I like to achieve health wise? So last year I wanted to lose half a stone, because I put on quite a lot of weight. So I wanted to lose a little bit of weight. So I had that on my health and wellness goals. I wanted to do more weights classes. Okay. And I started doing those. I wanted to take on more yoga. I wanted to leave a more healthy lifestyle. Okay. So that's on my health and wellness goals. Then I've got my financial goals. So money. So how much did I want to be earning that year? What did I need? What did I vision myself being able to bring in, and what did I want to work towards? So that was on my financial goals, and I had that figure written, okay, with a picture of some money, just sort of helps. And then I've got my family and relationship goals. So what sort of family and relationship goals did I want? So I wanted more time with my children. Suddenly got more time, too much time now. I've over manifested that one. We're on lockdown and I'm stuck at home with them all. But I got that. It was my vision board, and more friends and more time with friends, because as a mum, I think sometimes it's not always our priority, is it, to spend time on ourselves and make time for friends. So that was on my vision board, is seeing more friends. And then yes, travel as well. I've got travel on there, so I take pictures of all the destinations in the world that I'd like to travel to. So you can split it into categories of different things. Like, as I say, you've got your travel, your health and wellness, your financial, your family and relationships. And I've also got my spiritual goals on there too, which is just, reaching that next stage in my personal development and on my spiritual journey, because I'm quite a spiritual person. But, just split it into categories. And as I say, I do have a template that you're welcome to use. I will just share the link with you at the end if you like.
Thank you, Hannah. So yeah, everyone's excited to to get that template and start their vision. So you did mention about health and wellness. How important is that on manifestation? Now we talked about, what about health? Does that contribute as well to, yes?
Yeah. So obviously, your health is your wealth. Without your health, you haven't got anything, have you, really, at the end of the day? And we're all finding that out now in the world, aren't we? Look what's happened. Health is everything. It's everything. And yeah, we cannot manifest other things if we're not healthy. So again, I think that probably needs to be your priority. Your health. Okay, so being aware of what you put into your body, and you'll find, yes, of course, it's a balance, isn't it? Enjoy the things. I enjoy my coffee. I enjoy, I enjoy chocolate. Don't deprive yourselves of these nice. Of course, don't deprive yourself, but be very, very aware of what you're putting into your body. What are you feeding your body? Because food, again, it has, for everything has a frequency and a vibration. And you've got those low vibrational foods, which is like your fast food, doesn't end. You don't feel good, do you, after eating it? But when you've eaten like fresh ingredients, fresh fruit, fresh vegetables, you feel good. Okay, because those are high vibrational foods. So be very, very aware of what you're feeding your body, and because that will have an effect on your mind. And also exercise. I cannot tell you how important exercise is. A magical thing happens when we exercise. You know, we've got these happy hormones, haven't we? And they're called endorphins. So you'll notice when you exercise, the levels of endorphins in your body, it rises. So obviously exercise, it's a feel-good thing, isn't it? It's medicine. Exercise is medicine. It's a feel-good medicine. So make sure you're exercising daily, doing something you like though. Don't do something that you don't like. You know, I don't like running, so I won't run. I'll find another way. I'll find other things that I enjoy doing. I love dancing, and I love obviously hula hooping, and that's my medicine. Okay, when I'm feeling down, that's another thing I'd say. If you're having a down day, stick on some music and dance. Okay, doesn't matter. Don't worry about anyone that's watching. Just do it, because you will feel so much better. You can't not feel good when you exercise. Okay, who feels miserable when they're exercising? It's just it can't physically happen, because those hormones that you're releasing into the bloodstream, they just, you know, they're happy hormones, they're endorphins. It's a natural thing. Exercise is a feel-good thing. So yeah, very, very important, because if you start exercising daily, okay, and you start being aware of what you put into your body, then it's all going to help with the manifestation process, because it's going to raise those vibrations.
Yeah. So it's important to nourish our.
Oh, lost you there. Can you repeat that? Sorry, I've lost you.
Yeah. So I said that it's also important what we feed our body, what we take in, because it also nourish our mind, our brain. You know that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
And that,
So I'd like to greet a few friends who came in. Brian, JC, Betsaida, Julian, Naeem. Yeah, happy Mother's Day. Thank you, Naeem. All right. So that's very interesting. All those things that Hannah mentioned to us. Guys, if you have any other question, just please feel free to type it in while we have. So you are a qualified pilot, so you don't or sometimes.
yeah, so yeah, I before I set up my fitness business, I worked for an airline as I was cabin crew, and I was training to be a pilot, which eventually I did qualify to become a pilot, and work for an airline. But then I had my daughter, so I had to change. I didn't have to change. I could have found a way, but I didn't want to be away all the time, with a young child at home. I didn't want to be away. So that's when I decided to set up my own business. And I do still fly. I do fly from time to time. There's a local airport near me, and I will hire a small aircraft, and, you know, I'll go for a little fly with the family sometimes. But, you know, I trust the journey that I'm on. I don't, you know, sometimes I miss that, the buzz of working for an airline. But, you know, the life I have now, which means I can be here for my family. I'm not away all the time. I'm not away working, and I'm very much in control of my life, where I run my own business, you know, and I don't have someone else telling me what to do, which is lovely. But yeah, I mean, it's something that, you know, I have now, and I can go and hire a plane and I can fly, but it's a hobby now for me. It's not a career, it's a hobby.
So it's not that you don't do anymore, because you still you're able to uh, with your family. Yeah. But
Yeah.
some thinking, oh, you're a pilot and you must be missing flying a plane or something like that once you stop it. But yeah, it has become a hobby now. It's not something that you don't exactly do anymore.
Yeah. I still do it. My husband's a pilot as well, actually. So we both.
Oh wow, it's great. That's great. Hannah, in your journey, yeah, before you became a manifestation coach, you did mention that you've gone through tough times before you imbibed of manifestation. What were the struggles or the that you encounter that maybe our audience will also come across, so at least when they hear it from you, oh, something that she was able to pass through, maybe we can make it also.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it was, well, my oldest daughter is now coming up for 12. So when she was first born, I was with her father, and he left, and I was on my own. I found myself on my own as a single mum, and actually that was when I was left the airline, because it was in 20, it was a 2008 she was born, and then the recession hit, and in 2010 we had this global recession. So the airlines were making people redundant from their jobs, which is when I lost my job, and that's what it forced me to have to adapt. And I had, that's when I set up my own business. And yeah, it was a hard time, and I'm not the only person to have gone through that. So many people go through that. But yeah, I'm struggling financially. There was a time when I remember that I was trying to find enough money just to go and buy a pint of milk from the shop. I was trying to scrape all the change I could find together just to get a pint of milk. And, it's just me and her on our own. She gave me the strength, to carry on. I think I could have fallen into a big, dark depression, but because I had my daughter, I had to just keep going. And also, something just hit me that I think it was one day I just woke up, and I didn't want to live like that. This wasn't going to be my permanent situation. I wasn't just going to live in this little flat that I was in, struggling to buy a pint of milk. This wasn't going to be my life. And that's when I go back to saying you have to make that decision in that moment, like now, that you're going to change this situation and you're in control of it. You're much more in control than you might realize. And that was when, that was my turning point, really, for me. That's when really I started to discover the law of attraction, because I started to read a lot during that time. It wasn't until later I became a manifestation coach, but I discovered the law of attraction then. And I realized the power that the mind has, and the power in positive thinking and in the law of attraction. Like attracts like. What you put out there comes back to you. So I started to implement some of those things into my life. I started to, I set up my own business. I used my, I found a purpose, basically. And my purpose was, my daughter. And it was setting up that business to provide a better life for me and my daughter, so that I wasn't stuck in that situation permanently. It took around maybe a year of hard work. It was hard work. But I got there, and I attracted later on, I've met my husband, and we got married. We had 2 more children. We live in a beautiful home. We've both got our own businesses. I couldn't really ask for much more. So, there's still things I want to achieve, but, this has been a process of, my daughter's 12 now. So between 12 and 10 years it's taken. But I say 10, 12 years. I've been living in this house here, dream home, for the last 5 years. It sometimes can work quite quickly for you. Okay. It just depends how much work you're willing to put in, and working on that mindset. We all experience difficult times, but these difficult times are sent to us. I truly believe they're sent to us for a reason. And a lot of that time, these situations are sent to us to realize our purpose in life. Because we all have a purpose, and sometimes it just takes difficult times to make you find that purpose.
Yeah, true. I do believe in that as well. Sometimes when you encounter all those things, it's not given to you as a punishment, but then it's given to you as a learning experience to somehow, become a better person and make you stronger.
Yeah,
All
absolutely.
right. Yes, let's just greet a few friends that came in. Sir Jaime, hello. Deborah, shout out. Genesis, hello. Hello, Joy. Hello. Thank you guys for tuning in. If once again, if you guys have any questions, just please feel free to type it in, and Hannah will be happy to answer those questions for us. All right. Okay. Wow. Thank you so much for all of this. My notebook is full already, and writing down everything that we're talking about. So it's really first things first is it's really up to the person, right? It's really up to the person to decide if you want to stay in that situation or you want to move forward. So there should be some self-awareness. Where am I at the moment, and where do I want to? Is it? I think that's very, very important.
Yeah, you have to, you can get caught sometimes in this victim mindset where you blame everyone else around you, and but you have to take responsibility and know that everything that's happening in your life is, yes, there's some things outside of us that we can't control, but one thing that we have full control of is our mind and how we do and react to things. Okay, we can very much control that, and our reaction to things a lot of the time, it can go one way or the other, can't it? How you react is everything. So yes, it takes willpower and it takes a lot of strength, and that's why, yeah, these hard times sometimes are sent to us, aren't they, to test us and to make us stronger, so that we're actually able to deal with these things better in life situations. But it's very much up to you as an individual. It's up, nobody else. That's the thing that you have to know. No one else is to blame for anything. You've got to leave that victim mentality behind if you're going to really truly manifest the life of your dreams. Understand and know that you're worthy. You deserve everything. We've all made mistakes in the past. We've all done things, perhaps we look back on and think, but again, it's part of our journey, and we have to make mistakes to learn as well. So you just got to remember it's down to you, and you have a choice, okay? And you can choose right now to make the changes in your life.
Agree on that. I don't know if you how's your take on this. Most of us would always want to please people, right? And sometimes that that also gives us that stress, and that allows us not to focus on the things that we really want to do, or the things that we really have to do in order to reach our goals. And I do believe it takes time before we finally, you think that's being selfish. Sometimes evolve in that. We just evolve in pleasing others rather than keeping track of what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, so that, again, human nature, a lot of us are people pleasers, and we say yes to things when really we should be saying no. Okay. It's hard, isn't it? It is hard because we want to please people. It's part of the human nature. Again, when you make someone else feel good, you do feel good, but sometimes that can come at a disadvantage to you, because it can drain you of all your energy when you're giving, and you're constantly giving, and you've got nothing left for you. And actually, you cannot really look after anybody else. If you're a mother, father, if you've got children, you can't look after anybody else if you're not looking after yourself. Okay. And so it's not selfish at all to put yourself first. You must put yourself first. This is the only way, because if you're giving all the time, there will come a point, okay, where you've got nothing left to give. Okay. And that's when everybody around you is going to suffer, because you're going to end up ill, drained of energy, depressed. It's just not possible to keep on giving all the time. Okay. You can't. you have to put yourself first, which is where I go back to I wake up an hour, I give myself that hour every day because that's my time. Okay. It's not selfish. It's my time. I have my coffee, I spend some time reading, and the kids might wake up, okay, and want breakfast, but no, they have to wait. Okay. It's like, I'll be there in a minute, I will give you myself in a minute and I will give you my time and attention, but I have to just spend this time on myself first, because then I can give fully to you, okay, once I've spent this time on myself. And it's not selfish. And I think, that's just society's perception, isn't it? Sometimes, it's drummed into us that it's a selfish thing to do. It's not, okay, because who else is going to look after you at the end of the day? Well, you're number one, all right? And it's not selfish to think that, because as I say, you can't look after anyone else if you're empty.
It's also important to have that peace within and not just do the things that
Yeah.
done. Yeah, great. Oh, okay. The video just hangs again. I hope they're able to see us. Maybe it's just my so yeah, we've covered most of the day, and I'm really really thankful, Hannah, for your time, for accepting invitation, for sharing for us. Yeah, and to me as well. It's really a matter of putting it. This is also so very very important.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me. It's so nice to meet you, and it's the power, again, it's something to be grateful for, like, the internet, like, okay, connection sometimes breaks up, but it's connected us, it's connected the world, hasn't it? It's connected us with people that we might not have ever met had it not been for things like
Exactly.
internet.
Exactly. Waiting for the others to get it. Hi, Mom Shiwini. Happy Mother's Day to her into us. So, guys, today it's a very very important episode. I have learned a lot from Hannah. Uh, first and that is important. The decision comes. Yeah, when we decide to finally move to where we're at, and we did mention like Hannah gave an example for herself to wake before the chaos comes. So she had that 1 hour for her, and we did also say that it's important for us to have our goal each week, so at least 2 to 3 goals. Now we have our small achievable in a day or two. That also gives us the energy, a feeling of meant to do more. So she did mention about give us a template of her videos, so to share with everyone to use. And we did also say that it's important to have gratitude on the small things, big, and it's important to just the great things. If we are sad and low, it is not to embrace. We are ready to stand up again and move forward and focus on our goals. Did also mention about meditation. Yeah. Yeah. She said it may not be for everyone, but for her, she just spends 3 minutes um, probably doing dancing or the things that we love, things that make right, Hannah.
Yeah.
So, guys, I hope you're able to see us. I can see a black screen. He said my internet is slow. I'm for them to finally see back on Facebook. But Thank you, Hannah. Maybe I'll just ask for uh, a summary advice for all of us. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, thank you. I hope it's, some of these tips have been useful for some of you that might not have sort of come across manifestation before. But I would say read some books. You can either buy the books or you can Audible, you can get it online. The Secret is a very, very powerful book. I would definitely say that anyone in their lifetime needs to read that book, because there's so many good tips in that book, and it's a way of living, basically. I would just say, to anybody who is maybe in a bad place right now, it's not going to last forever. Every situation is temporary, okay? And your mind is the most powerful thing, is the most powerful tool that you possess. So you have the ability to create the life that you want to, okay? We all have that power within us. So it's just believing that and knowing that, and knowing it's possible, and taking those small but consistent steps to get that life that you want.
Thank you, Hannah. Oh, Naeem just asked, yeah, just asked a question. Yeah. So how's the situation there? Yeah, Naeem, Hannah is in England at the moment. Yeah, he just wanted to know how's the situation like now that we're here in the Philippines. There's a lockdown or quarantine. So how's the situation there?
Oh,
Naeem is just asking.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, we're all still on lockdown. Yeah, slowly improving, but very, very slowly. I think they're going to say something today about whether we're allowed to. I think some shops might be able to open, and things are going to start. Maybe some people can go back to work from next week, but schools, everything here is still closed. This is our 7 weeks now. We've been indoors, so but we're allowed out once a day, like for exercise. I'm very, very lucky. I live near the sea in a quite a quiet place. I'm not in London. I'm on the south coast of England. I think London's quite bad at the moment, but I'm again so grateful for every day, that I get to go out and I've got the sea, I've got a garden, I'm just grateful for all these things, and above all, I'm grateful that I'm still healthy. There's a lot of people who haven't been so lucky, but yeah, it's I think it's just something that we have to ride out, isn't it? Again, you have to just ride it out and know that it's not going to last forever.
true. Yeah, and I do believe it's always important for us to keep that positive thoughts. Yeah, we will be overwhelmed with it will be difficult for us to stay smiling, happy, and anyway.
Yeah.
With that, I will let Miss Hannah leave. Yeah, so much. It's such an honor to have you with us.
Oh no, thank you. It's been lovely to chat. It's I love talking about this sort of thing. If I can help even just one person can take something from this, then that's given me a sense of purpose. So thank you.
Yeah, true. I was saying to you the other, see, I'm doing this, maybe perhaps another person doing a small thing also, just sharing and keeping people positive. Who knows, we might end with a world full of love and happiness.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, all right. There's one question from Zen. Zen is a good friend. She's a fitness fanatic as well. Hi, Jen. Is Hannah sure hula hoop exercise?
What was that? Sorry.
Yeah. She's do hoop. Hoop.
Oh, yeah. You want to know how to use a hula hoop? Is that what you asked?
Yeah, is it all right to show
Oh,
to show?
you, yeah.
Yay! Yes, please.
Okay, so hula hoop, yeah. Okay, I've got a hoop here. Do you want me to show you how to use it?
Show hula hoop size.
Oh, the size, right. Let me just stand up so you can see. Okay, so it's quite big. Comes up to about my hip, okay? Yeah, adults need to use a larger hoop, okay? You know, you've got the kids' hoops that are quite small, but they're not going to work.
Yeah, I think it's big.
They're not going to work on the for adults, kids' hoops. You have to have a bigger hoop. This one's quite big, yeah? So.
Oh.
So it's quite good fun, and you know you can do them on your tricks on your hands, lots of different tricks and things. So
Oh,
there you go.
cool. And how do you do? How long do you do this? Does it keep the belly smaller?
Yeah, so it's very, very good for strengthening the core muscles, your abdominal muscles. Yeah, so if you do 10 minutes a day, usually it's quite a good time frame to hoop on your waist. So about 10 minutes a day, or you know maybe 30 minutes 3 times a week is quite a good. You'll see results from that.
Oh, all right. So Zen is asking, is there a size of hoops for adults?
Yeah. Yeah, so adults, you use one a hoop that's around 90 to 100 centimeters in diameter, okay, as a minimum if you're just starting out. Because as I say, the kids' hoops are too small. You have to move so quickly, it's not going to work. So you have to use a larger hoop for the adults, which you can get on. I mean, I do sell hoops. I do have someone that I know that ships worldwide. But you can also, you know, Amazon and in eBay and things, you can get those hoops, but you need an adult fitness hoop, not a kid's hoop.
Yeah, all right. So she has a follow-up. And what's the standard weight of the hoop? Is there a standard weight?
There's not a standard weight. They come in different. So the ones I use are quite thin because they're dance hoops, because I do all the tricks and I dance with the hoop. You can get the thicker, heavy ones, which you can get off Amazon, I think, which slot together, which are just for the waist. Yeah. And they're quite heavy, but you can't do tricks and things with those because they're too heavy. But they're good for just for exercising the core. There's not a standard weight. They all come in different sizes. So I've got lots of different hoops. I've got another one here. You can see they're different, all different sizes and weights. But yeah, if you're looking for one just to tone up your tummy, you know, then anything really would be suitable, just as long as it's the diameter that's important, because if they're too small, then they're not going to work. You need a large diameter hoop. The weight's not too important.
All right. So there, Zen said, Hannah said, yeah. I think Zen is wanting to see some that you normally do.
Want to see some moves?
Yes.
Oh, shame.
Yay!
Let's take off my face. Okay. If you can see. Okay. So can you see me? So you've got waist hooping, okay, this is the one most people want to do for exercising the core muscles. But then you can do lots of different moves, okay. So you've got your limbo. You've got you can turn around with your hoop. You can use it for lots of different tricks, okay, on the body. And this is my favourite. This one I just showed you the isolation. And you've got your hand hooping. You can do it on your legs, your feet, literally so many different moves. But I use my hoop to dance with as well as exercise on my core muscle. So, you know, it's so much fun. I could show you for hours, but there's just so many different moves that you can do with it. But when you're first starting, I would say, you know, most people want to use it on their waist to tone up the core muscles. But then, you know, you can use it to tone your arms as well, because you're using it for, you know, it's a brilliant all over body exercise, to be honest.
That's cool. It sounds fun to do. Jen said, "Wow, she'll try that." She was thinking, is there a suggested hoop time in a day? So I think earlier you did mention is 15 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends. At the moment, obviously, we're all in lockdown and you've got time. But usually I like to exercise in the mornings because I've got more energy in the mornings. But, you know, it just depends what you can fit into your day, really. Anytime, whatever you can fit is good, really. Even if it's just 10 minutes at lunchtime or 10 minutes in the evening. I mean, evenings are difficult because you know, you want to wind down a bit, but anytime really, whatever you can spare, just make that time though, make the time for yourself.
All right, so yeah, I mean, yeah, she did mention it really depends on you because she said, I mean, so Hannah most likely depends, but she does it 15 minutes, right? In the morning.
Yeah, 10 minutes is, you know, it's enough. You can get your heart rate up, you know, you're moving your muscles, and 10 minutes is better than nothing, isn't it? So, you know, and actually if you do it daily, 10 minutes, you will start seeing some results.
Great, it's amazing. Then we'll start doing the She's my and she likes to exercise a lot. So she found something new to start with. Yeah. So Hannah has this business called Hoops. So you guys wanted to see more, maybe you can um share with us the link later, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I can share the link. Yeah, I've got some videos, some hoop videos. I'm on Facebook. My Facebook page is Hula Hannah. That's what I'm known as, Hula Hannah. So you can find me on Facebook and see the videos. But my company is Globe Fit, and I've got online classes that people can take from anywhere in the world as well on there.
Wow. Okay. So Hannah, thank you for those knowledge, wisdom to thank thank you so much as well for watching, and we hope that I hope that getting out of this session. So Zen said, yeah, it's a cute name, Hula. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much once again, Hannah, and thank you guys for watching. Yeah. You can always watch a replay on Facebook. Yeah, in case you miss out some of the conversations we had earlier. Thank you, everyone. Happy Mother's Day, and all of our viewers. Thank you so much. Thank you, Susan.
Oh, thank you, everybody. Thank you very much, Jenny. Thank you.
Class. So, yep. Thank you, Hannah.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day ahead.
Andrew. Yeah, thank you, Andrew. I'll send you that link through Messenger if you want to pop it on the chat, on the comments. I'll send you some links that people might find interesting.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you. Take care.
You too. Take care. Keep safe, Hannah.
Yeah, Andrew, thank you. Bye.